Well, we all know Tenacious T likes a strapping young lad, and I happen to have one in studio today. Stay tuned.
Get ready for the real estate show that takes you across the barriers and into the danger zone. That Bitchin' Real Estate Podcast with your host, Tenacious T.
Hey, thank you for joining us again. This is Kimberly Toko Tenacious T with our strapping young lad.
Tad Larson, RealtorTad.com.
Yes, with eXp Realty.
Yes, ma'am.
And our co-host today, the wonderful, the beautiful, the extremely intelligent, and yes, I have a girl crush,
Ashley Miller with Great American Title.
Nice. So, Tad, I met you first in Las Vegas.
Yep.
If I recall, there was a session going on, and I wanted to sit down, and you're like, who is this lady? She's wanting to sit down next to me. That's because you were sitting next to Jesse. Why don't you tell us about that little experience in Las Vegas?
Yeah. Time of my life. My goodness. Just Vegas alone opened up my perspective of life. Being surrounded by everyone and all the love and energy that everyone pours into me. I mean, it's a blessing. But yeah, it's been a good time. Sitting down with you guys and just getting to know who you guys are and where your hearts are at.
Yeah,
it's a blessing.
So we were there for the 2019 EXP Con, where we have our annual awards and we announce all of the new programs coming out. How long had you been with EXP when you came to that?
I was with EXP for 4 months, or 3 months, actually.
Wow.
Signed in July.
Interesting.
And now I'm enjoying the life.
You're an EXP-er for life, right?
Yes, for life.
So why EXP? Why did you come over to EXP? Where were you before? Walk me through that 3 months prior.
Yeah. I was with Keller Williams.
Mm-hmm. Beautiful brokerage. We love them very much.
I love everyone there. Nothing bad to say about them. Just wanted to try something different and step out in the bigger world. So I guess spent a little time in the real estate. I had a chance to have a conversation with a couple of other realtors
mm-hmm.
and other brokerages. And, I haven't had a lot of people that looked out for me in life. And Jesse Cole called me one day and said, "Hey, Tad, have you heard about EXP?" I was like, "Yeah, I've heard about you. Not really too interested."
Mm-hmm.
Just from the hearsay of all the locals and what they've had to say about it. And I was like, shame on me. Like, this guy is here. He wants to put some love into you, and
It's a funny thing. My coach Brian Colhane says, "Once you see it, you can't unsee it." So
we talk about this a lot.
Yes,
actually,
yes.
Once you see it, you can't unsee it.
You can't.
Yeah.
So you get a phone call from a nice young man, Jesse Shield, was it?
Jesse Shield, baby.
Jesse Shield, baby.
Yeah, Jesse Shield. So he gives you a call and you're like, oh God, here's another recruiter. Because I know how it is. I mean, you've been in the business for a little bit, right? And you're probably killing it out there and you're getting calls left and right. And this young man calls. What kept you on that phone to listen?
Honestly, it was just the matter of connection. And, like I said, I haven't had a lot of people that had looked out for me in the past. And
mm-hmm.
he showed that, he wasn't going anywhere.
Right.
And that's kind of where his heart is once he sees something and he has a goal, he's going to set his mind to it. And apparently I was one of those goals. And he didn't let that slip through the cracks. So that was good.
I think that's a marker of, number one, a true leader and a true coach is they see something in us that we don't,
right.
Or that we think we see, but we need confirmation that it's there. And it sounds like that's exactly what he did for you.
Absolutely. I mean, the guy flew across the country to help me hang sheetrock in my house in the middle of winter. And I can't even get my buddies 30 minutes away from me to come show up,
Absolutely.
And he's like, "Hey, I'm here for you." So,
Ashley Miller, you've been in the real estate world for many years, mm-hmm. and culture in our community, it seems to be individual, but it's growing, I think. What are you feeling out there when it comes to real estate agents and the change that's happening, the kind of awakening that's happening?
I definitely feel it. I've noticed from kind of this time back around, it's more of a family feel. Everyone is, and partnership is not the right word. Everyone's just working together.
Yeah.
We're all here for the same end goal, and that is just to live and be happy and help each other out. And I love it. I love the camaraderie, and it just, I don't know,
The synergy of it all.
Yeah, the synergy of it all. I mean, there are still some of things out there that, I would like to see different, but that's
for
our
sure.
job. That's our goal. Like EXP, you're bringing in agents to build a family, and that's what I'm trying to do at the title companies. We're very much a part of the community and charity, and they are a family. Like we have our mother hen, and we just work together, and it's amazing. It doesn't feel like work when you have such a great team around you.
Ding, ding, ding. You have to find that part where it's not work anymore, where it's a passion, and you can't stop thinking about it. Even if you had all of the money in the world, you wouldn't change what you were doing. And that's because it becomes your family. Yeah, I love
I tried
that.
running away from real estate.
Nope,
It
you're
lasted
staying.
about 8 months.
Exactly. So Tad, you joined EXP. You've got this great mentor. You've got a great support system, and you get a phone call to come to Las Vegas. How did that work?
Yeah, basically it was, hey, we're going to Vegas and EXPCon, and it was just kind of one of those things where I put my trust in Jesse and Brian, and they haven't let me down yet. So they say, hey, come to Vegas. You won't be, you don't want to miss this and be on the other side of it to where if you miss it and wish that you went.
Right.
So I just said, all right, let's go.
The culture, the air, the excitement that was there when you first arrived, how did it feel?
It definitely set me back a little bit, just because it was a new setting for me. I don't spend a lot of time, getting crazy or in a crazy large environment.
What? We got crazy? What are you talking about?
I guess
I'm
not
just
too
kidding.
crazy. It was,
How old are you? Can we ask?
yes, I am 28 years old.
Oh, he's just so cute.
I think you can still count all my facial hairs on all here. But I'm good with it.
So I know too, when I saw you there, you dress sharp, you're articulate, you're a smart, intelligent young man.
Thank
And I felt immediately that, you were just a part of us. You fit right in, mainly because you were very conscious of what you were doing, what you were saying, and who you were talking to. And I appreciate that. Where does that come from?
It comes from a childhood of struggles, I will say. Always having to be cautiously assertive on who I associate with. That's been my biggest lesson in life, really, is and it goes back to
Great awareness.
Oh yes, and I spent a little time racing growing up, and that was like you have to do everything you can to be as perfect as possible, and I was placing a ton of different scenarios to where you basically had to fight your way out. So
Yeah.
I mean, everything that came into my life was a matter of strategy and strategically placed to where we can work our way out of it. So
Yeah.
it was, I would say from my childhood, it's been just improvements from there.
And how has that shaped your business thus far?
Yeah, it definitely makes us have to look, a couple of steps ahead of the game and stay ahead of it. So I would say in order to shape that business and improve it, it's think a couple steps ahead.
Again, I've had a lot of really successful people on my show, entrepreneurs, real estate agents, physicians. There is, again, one commonality, and that is facing the struggles, facing them down, figuring out a way out, finding the solution, and then sharing that with other people so that they can make it through as well.
Yeah, persistence and perseverance.
Yes, yes. So as you're bringing in agents to your business and as you're approaching your clients, that's already set in the back of your head. The solution, you're constantly looking for it.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's just a matter of reaching out and trying to help the others, figuring out what you're good at and working from there and helping everyone that you care about.
Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
Hopefully down here. I mean, I really want to get out of Minnesota.
Again, I know a really good real estate agent down here. No, I'm just kidding. Great title girl too.
Yeah, 5 years down the road. Actually, I've had this thought in my mind of establishing a different 3-person team in all 50 states. And then I was just reflecting a couple of days ago.
Wait, back up one more time. Tell me that goal again. Let's make it happen. Let's manifest that right now. What is it?
Oh, are we doing the I will, I am?
I
All right. I will.
No, we're doing so let it be written, so let it be done. That's right. Yeah.
Oh, I love that. Oh.
Yeah.
So I am going to have a 3-person team in all 50 states.
Yeah.
So that's been a vision of mine for a little while. And then just the other day I was reflecting on this and I was like, well, I mean, if we create attraction, then maybe that's thinking too small. What if, why can't we have this all over?
Yeah, exactly. So you're going to have a 3-person team in all 50 states, and you're going to expand it globally. What's your favorite country?
Oh,
besides United States,
haven't been out too far. Japan has always been of
there we
interest.
Go. Japan.
Just because of, the JDM and the car culture. I'm a car nut at heart, so that's where my heart's
We're gonna
going.
throw that into your manifestation. We're all gonna work on that today. EXP will be opened by Tad Larson in Japan. Better learn how to speak Japanese, my friend. All right.
I'll start the work.
Ashley, you've met a lot of people in real estate. First impression with this young man.
Oh, I want him to move here now.
Yes.
What are you doing in Minnesota?
You have it.
Just
you have
very
it.
clean and sharp and smart, and I think you have like maybe 30 years.
Yeah, exactly.
But I love to see young, energetic men. I don't want to say boy, but men out there, and that just have that tenacity and drive. And I love it. The passion behind it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I love it too.
Thank you.
The awareness is a beautiful thing. So you're in Las Vegas and there's a lot of things happening. I might have won an award while we were there. I had no idea.
Congratulations on
Thank
that,
you
by the
very
way.
much. But something else very pivotal for me, the most memorable moment was watching Brian Culhane stand on a table on his beautiful, sweet balcony and scream to the world, he has made it.
Woo! Hey, listen, I'm going to get real for a second. Let me share a little story. 3 years ago, we planned the EXP Vegas. The first time we were here, we planned everything. It was all volunteer-based. I had an amazing group. Jeff Bittner, Gabe LeBeau, a few of us are still here. I got to tell you guys something. I had to borrow $200 from David Harbour and Tom Morsey to get fucking home. Okay? That's how broke we were. All right? 3.5 years later, because the EXP, because of Glenn Sanford, okay, I'm a multi-millionaire. I couldn't even afford to come to Vegas when I was in my party mode, all right? Like, I was not into Vegas. Now we got the champagne toast at the nicest suite, the nicest resort in town. And I just want to thank everybody for coming. But I want to thank all of you for joining EXP and taking a chance on this opportunity, because this is a life-changing opportunity for every single one of us. And if I can respond to a Craigslist ad and meet Glenn Sanford off of a fucking internet ad, and 15 years later I'll be one of the richest people in the history of residential real estate. Yeah, boy. Listen, how bad is that, right? Okay. Thanks everybody coming. Hoist up your glasses. Thank you so much.
He was part of EXP from the very beginning. And when you see something like that, when you see someone that, again, was very purposeful, was very strategic, put everything into it, and then seeing it gives me chills now, the reward of that and the joy that exudes from him now. What does that do to you?
Oh, goodness. I could talk about this all day, if not all week.
Go.
Just seeing that, it's stuff that you see in movies, and that's something that sets me back and like pinch me or like make me believe that this is real, you know, and being up on top of the rooftops looking over Vegas. I mean, this is something that's incredible, and it's like this person believes in me, so I need to believe in myself, and I also need to push others to believe in themselves the same way he's doing that to me. It's just that ripple effect, and 1 + 1 = 3. It's like that's how synergy works. So seeing that firsthand, I mean, it's an absolute blessing, and so thank you so much for everything, and just keep me under your wing. I mean, I'm forever fortunate.
Yeah. And it's not really keep you under the wing. You are already a part of it, and we're looking to you to lead us too. So I have a few famous questions I'd like to ask you.
Let's hear them.
Hopefully these apply in Minnesota. I have some clients that are actually moving down here from Minnesota, so that's interesting.
Are they looking to sell? I know a good agent.
Yeah, actually they're selling a bunch of them, but they're real estate agents up there too.
Wah, wah.
So, wah, wah. All right, you're entering in your listing, or maybe it's one of your agents, but what is your favorite descriptive word?
I like the word incredible.
Incredible.
It's 3 syllable. I know it's kind of basic, but
No, it's okay.
It's more so like incredible. Thank you.
Yes.
4 syllables.
4 syllables.
Correction. Edit that out, please. As you all are talking about being young and
Maybe.
sharp. So incredible. It's something it's like huge and to me in my perspective. So.
Now, you don't use that on all of your listings,
No,
do you? Okay,
absolutely
just checking. Because there's people that will use that on all of... This is an incredible dump. So what is your least favorite word?
Oh, I don't even know, to be honest with you. Least favorite word in there would probably be... It would be that saying of this
Mine
one,
is incredible.
Don't miss
No,
out.
I'm just kidding.
Don't miss out.
Don't miss out. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Another least favorite word that I think we all come across is submit all offers. Like, really? Don't lay your cards out. Don't.
And see, real estate is done a little bit different up north than it is down here.
Yeah. Oh, please tell us.
It is so inefficient, and so I feel it's inefficient after coming down here and seeing Jesse working around, and that's also another reason why I want to be down here. So
we're good at what we do. So continue to change it up there as well, and take all the secrets from Arizona and take them there, and you'll still lead up there too.
Will do.
What is it going to take to get you to come here?
A high five, a hug, and telling me to sell the house and move on down.
We'll cut the show now and do that. No,
sold.
All right. So you are again waking up in the morning. You've got a big day ahead of you, and sometimes you just like, oh my God, can I just lay here and watch Netflix and whatever, anything but work? What do you do to turn yourself on to get you going in the morning?
I follow my routine. Routines are everything to me. Mm-hmm. I've invested in a lot of automation to do the thinking for me. So, my bed literally lifts me out at a certain time in the morning. My lights adjust at a certain time in the morning, like 6 different colors. So.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
So you have artificial intelligence help you in the morning. That's
something
amazing.
Like that. Yeah.
What is her name? Can I borrow her?
It's Google.
Oh, gee. See, it's these interviews with these young people that I find that because I had no idea we could do all of that. What am I missing out on here? When you move down here, let's talk some more on AI
Absolutely.
and Google. Oh, that's fascinating. So, in terms of what turns you off, is that like a power outage? It's not working anymore?
It would be a power outage, but there's also backup options that are set in place. But what turns me off is if I have to deal with other people's negativity in the morning for no reason.
Yeah. You don't want that, and it does happen in our business.
Right.
So let's say that happens to you first thing in the morning. You got some negativity. One of your agents is wah wah wah, and it happens. We all go through it. I was wah wah yesterday to somebody. So what do you do to turn that around?
Kill them with kindness.
Yeah. Yeah.
And pour the love into them.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Ashley, you deal with really thousands of people on a daily basis with your social media and your clients. What do you do with a wah, wah, wah?
I love music. So a lot of times I'll just find an excuse to get in my car and blast music, windows down.
Yes.
Or I'll put on, if my kids are making me that way in the morning, wah, 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 I will put on my earbuds in when I'm getting ready and I'll listen to a podcast. Usually like Rachel Hollis, because she has 3 boys too, so it can relate with her, something to kind of get me re-energized.
Okay, Tad. So, I'm going to bleep this out for your audience. So it'll be, kid-friendly. What is your favorite curse word? Yes.
It has to be Like you get upset. It's a universal word. It fills in. I mean, for anything. If you're having a normal conversation, I used to be a kind of a bad boy. Like when I was younger.
You do not look like a bad boy. You have to grow that hair out or something.
If you scan back to like 4 or 5 of my profile pictures, I probably have my middle finger up to the world.
Oh boy, that might end up in this video.
Please cut that out.
Well, I all right. What noise or sound do you love besides Google in the morning?
I'm going to say my race car.
Oh.
I would say a 400 small block Chevy on methanol. I mean, that's something that I can never put away.
I can relate to that so much because my father, as a little girl, I was constantly helping him with his 1932 Ford Roadsters with Arden overhead cams. And we would go to all of the car shows, and there was nothing like sitting in that Roadster and feeling it. It's alive with its purr and the growl, and it just... Ashley, can you relate to the hum of a vehicle or the roar of a race car?
Well, I was raised by my grandfather who had a body shop for 30 plus years. So I spent most of my childhood in an auto body shop. So those noises are just kind of second nature. And then, the boys, they race motorbikes, and not race, but they have their motorbikes, and I love the smell of gas. I know we're not talking about smells, but I love the smell of gas. It's so weird.
You should smell methanol.
I even I got just a new car. I got a diesel engine, and I love this the roar of the diesel engine, just driving. I just feel powerful, and there's something about it.
So, Tad, we're talking about you moving down here to Arizona. You are aware that the largest and most successful car auction in the world was born right here in Scottsdale, Arizona, the Barrett-Jackson. All right, so let's take you to what noise or sound you hate.
Complainers,
Debbie Downers of the world, the negativity. And we just kind of talked about the wah, wah, wah that goes on in the ears. Why? Why do you hate complainers?
They just bring you down. I mean, I've even caught myself a couple of times, and that is... of course, my responsibility, but primarily because of surrounding myself with others.
Yeah.
You're some of the 5 people that spend most time around. So, that's something that you absolutely want to, take into consideration.
Or right now, the sum of the 25,000 plus that are surrounding us with EXP. Yes.
Yes.
World domination, like I said. Okay. I think I know the answer to this already, but, you're young. Real estate is not an option. What would you do? What would your profession be?
Oh, it's actually changed a couple of times, but I would probably be back in the race car.
Yeah.
That's something that I wish I would have pursued when I was younger. If I had the right support, maybe I could have. I guess this was a path.
There's some race car training and tracks here in Phoenix, Arizona.
You guys are doing a pretty good job of sweet talking me to get down here.
You can still be a race car driver.
And with all of the wealth that you're making and going to be making more, I think there's plenty of room to see you do that in your future. What is your dream vehicle? If you could buy any vehicle right now, any vehicle at all, what would it be?
Oh, this is tough. We've had a couple of conversations about, having luxurious vehicles, but, you're not a real car guy unless, you go back and I'd just be in a hot rod, realistically.
Yeah.
I mean, I have a 69 Nova sitting in my backyard, and that once I sell the Chevelle, I mean, that's going to be the next race car. So realistically, I probably already have my dream car.
God, I love it.
It's just a matter of putting it together and getting it on the road.
Mine's Eleanor. Do you know who she is?
Absolutely.
Yes. Yeah.
Gone in 60 seconds.
I drive a Mustang now. His name is Blackjack, but Eleanor, she will be mine within the next 10 years. I'm going to find her and she's going to be mine. Ashley, what's your favorite vehicle if you could have anything?
Oh, gosh. If I could think, first off, it reminds me of my grandfather, and he's gone now. So, 1969 Firebird.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God. 68. I have a
But-
68 if you want to work something out.
You move here.
Move here.
Exactly.
Title girl, move here. There you go.
It's not because it's my favorite car, but it's because the feeling, the energy that it has.
And I could see you dressing in 70s clothes and
be
it's
so
gorgeous.
fun.
It would be awesome. I love it. Okay, so think about this one for a minute. I'm going to say it slowly, so you have a few minutes to think about it. It's a celebrity, famous person, dead or alive, who could you have dinner with and why?
I would absolutely love the opportunity to meet Jesus. The challenges that he was placed in front of it in his forefront. I really feel like that's something that I connect with, and that's something, I would love to just ask him a few questions and help me navigate through some of my challenges.
Do you want to share any of those questions?
I would more so, what is to come, and not only to come, but what can I do to be the best me and to be able to help the most people possible. So
having dinner with him would inspire you to maybe even come out and ask those particular questions so that you can begin to implement that in your life.
Absolutely.
I love that. Beautiful. Since we have Ashley here, real quick, who is your celebrity, famous person, dead or alive, that you would have dinner with?
Oh, gosh, there's so many. But the one that came to mind just right now was Marilyn Monroe.
Yes.
Because her confidence just exude, and she's so beautiful and just amazing. I want to I have a million questions I'd ask her, like, how did she do it? How is she so confident? And during that time when it wasn't even like really acceptable to be out there the way that she was,
I've done a lot of research on Marilyn Monroe because it is fascinating. And a lot of people don't realize she wasn't confident. She was actually very insecure. But what she wouldn't compromise is she would never compromise who she was inside. And that's how she was able to do it. She just said, this is me, and this is what you get. And it was a beautiful thing. And girl, you already got all that, man. You are Marilyn Monroe.
We have a lack of confidence every day.
Yes,
Get up and change clothes 500 times. My hair sucks. This sucks. We do it as more women, I think, than men.
Oh, there are guys that do that too.
Yes, they do. Well, Tad, I'm so fascinated when I meet a young entrepreneur that has such a beautiful view on his future. I can't wait to watch what you're doing. I appreciate you being here. This is Kimberly Toko, Tenacious T.
Tad Larson, realtortad.com.
And how else can they get a hold of you?
You can find me anywhere. Google Tad Larson, TADDLARSON.
Nice.
Not many of them out there. I think there's actually probably 6 in the world. I did some research on this. So.
Even better, people. Yeah. And of course, our beautiful co-host,
Ashley Miller.
And this is Tenacious T.